Gentlemen, folks, welcome in. My name's Madness. Welcome back to another Madness Monday, but on a Tuesday. Already messing up with the schedule a month in, but you know, it's not without any issue, okay? There's no issue, there's nothing like it, just, I'll explain. The last 6 days, I just took part in one of my first ever subathons, and my god, it felt awesome. Felt awesome to get through. We've done 6 days straight, which felt unreal. And thank you if you were there and taking part. Twitch.tv/managed by the way. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was a great experience, and I'm sure we'll probably have one again very soon. Maybe to mark an occasion. Who knows? However, instead of going to the forums like we usually do with these things, I thought let's mix up a wee bit. I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to chat about me. Kind of what I learned from it and kind of the steps afterwards and where I was at. And it's strange because 6 days in your house by yourself, just with the camera on, feels really weird. And more importantly, when it ended. Because when it ended, I then had the whole place to myself, and that was it. I decided that I'm going to go out and meet some friends, go get a drink. It was a Saturday night, so I thought, let's go for it. And I just felt like almost an imposter syndrome to it. And I realised it was this whole post-events blues type style thing I'm guessing towards. Because the bit that really kind of irritated me is that we ended the stream, and after 200 plus subs and 200 plus follows, or whatever it was, the thing that stuck with me was that I never raided. That's how much I apparently hated myself, was that I was willing to look at that small minute detail of I never raided the stream afterwards, instead of just thinking about all the good that I just done, not only for myself, for the community, for everything. And that's something I'm going to work on, and just, you know, I need to reconnect with family. I need to work with like getting back outside, just giving myself some self-care. You know, my skin's going a wee bit. I'm at that age, I guess. And yeah, I feel like just taking care of myself again, going out, exercising, drinking plenty of water, just the usual stuff that you always tell yourself that you're going to do. I feel like I need to get back into that. The sleep schedule's a complete other thing that I just refuse to touch on at this moment, because my god, it's been a mess since 16, and I don't think anything's going to sort that. So more coffee in the meantime. However, there was good that came out of it. There was a lot of good that came out of it. Beyond like the community's participation. I got invited to my first ever org. Now a part of Team Buzzkill, they're called, and my god, I don't know what that means. I don't even know what I need to do to represent the team well. I don't. Everything that I've done for the last 2 years has been me. It's just been me solely pushing myself, trying to network, make friends, do every little bit. And like I said, with this subathon, the kind of goal was to try and raise money in order to go to TwitchCon this year. Never been to a convention for Twitch. Never been to any video content creator event. So I just thought that'd be kind of cool. So I believe that we're kind of towards the goal, at least, to going to Vegas this year. I've been to Vegas once before, love it. So you know, that'll be exciting. So maybe see you there, and if you do, then come say hi, because that'd be awesome. But there was a lot on top of that. There's a lot on top of that. The Streamer Awards were throughout the subathon, and that was kind of awesome to sit and sit through, because there was little shout outs and little moments. If you watch them, you'll know what I'm talking about. The kind of the sections in between the awards, which just really stood out. I think as a streamer especially, it stood out. It showed, one of the videos was all about the inclusivity of it all, the fact that no matter what happens, there's always someone else streaming that you can relate to. There's always someone that's going through the same thing you're going through. There's always someone that's going through the highs and the lows of streaming. And I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. I feel like, you know, people that outside of the streaming world, if they're older, usually have no clue what it is. I had to explain to a friend of a friend, effectively, what streaming was. And then beyond that, what video gaming was. They didn't know. I described it as a book that you just sit and experience through. And they're like, what? And I was like, yeah, it was a terrible. I was like, do you ever remember Pong? And it was like, not a clue. I was like, right, okay, well, we're going further than life itself then. Usually a lot of these Call of Dodgers are usually out of the woodworks here. So that was a phase. Anyway, off topic. However, throughout the Stream Awards was a lot of little kind of mentions, and one of the kind of ones that kind of hit home, there was a mention of Limmy. If you don't know, is a massive Scottish streamer, also a massive comedian outside of streaming. Has a massive following in the Scottish scene. And seeing that he got mentioned and got invited to the event, all of a sudden opened it up a lot more. Because it then felt like, actually, no, there is representation from Scotland that is getting recognised from the biggest streamers, Cutie Cinderella, Ludwig, like everyone that I've said I adore, Schlatt, like all of them then realised, like, okay, they do actually have eyes on us, if that makes sense. There is a gateway to the kind of smaller communities. There is a gateway there. It's just about trying to get through. And I feel like I'm doing the right things. I feel like I'm pushing the right way. And I feel like any streamer out there, we're all aiming towards the same goal. We just want growth. We don't want world fame. We don't want, the money of everybody and literally owning a city. Like, we don't want any of that. We just want to be heard, want to be recognised. I think everyone does in that note. So I feel like the kind of thing that I should look at going forward, and the thing that I want you guys to be more excited about especially, is just trying to make more events. Trying to plan more, trying to be a lot more ahead of what I'm doing and try and make events that people are excited to go to. And it sounds weird saying that because I think I've said here before, I've always worked in DJing and nightclubs and gigs work and stuff like that, doing lights and sound. And it's weird being in the mindset of you can drag all these people together for one common purpose when it's music. And then realise that it's actually the exact same for streaming. I've looked on it in such a different way all the time of thinking, no, this is this and the music side, that's its own thing. But it doesn't have to be at all. And this isn't news. People have noticed this well before I have, I'm sure. But it's never truly clicked. It's never clicked until I noticed that all these things were coming together and that at the end of the day, effectively, you make an event and you hype it up enough, people will show up. It's the same with selling gig tickets. You put your name out there, you get people to interact with you in a sense of that they want to be there, and then they'll invite people, and all of a sudden you've just got this big event that everybody wants to be a part of. And I'm just realising more and more these days that's what I want to do. So going forward, who knows? We have the org now to back us. And hopefully they, kind of support any ideas that I want to go forward with. I'm sure they will. They seem like a great bunch. So check out Buzzkill as well. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come back and at least explain where I'm at just now. And we'll go back to the forums. The forum will still be linked below. But I just thought it'd be cool to kind of touch on just a short bit of where I'm at and what I want to do going forward, and hopefully by speaking it into the existence, all of a sudden I get more focused on being like, okay, let's actually sit and plan everything. The main channel's still going to be running exactly as it is. We'll put small indie horror games on there. We'll do all sorts, and hopefully maybe dabble in kind of co-streaming a few things. Who knows? Commentating maybe. I don't know. But it's a work in progress. We're there. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Hope you have a great week, and I will see you next Monday. It will be on time, I promise. Okay. My name's Magnus. Stay golden. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.